Hey yo, so did you watch my last story time? If not, link is in the description below. Go check it out. Alright, so in my last story time, just to give you a briefing, I spoke a little bit about my upbringing, my childhood. I spoke about how growing up for a period of time, I only saw maybe like one version or one vision of gay and how that vision was embedded in my mind, thinking that that was the only way. And how I spoke about, I thought I was supposed to be feminine, and I thought I was supposed to only, give more of a girly aura, and how I also thought I was supposed to only be a bottom. I didn't think I was supposed to do anything else but be what I saw. And I spoke about how that eventually changed once I got older and I got to see it and I got to explore and I got into some things. And like I ended that last video, until one sweet day, one sweet day, one very sweet day. And yes, he really was sweet. The title of this video. Yeah, I ate the peach for the first time. I want to say I was 21. I want to say the first time. Might have been, 22. Because this was either just after, like, this was 21. Yeah, it was 21 because I remember it was the winter time of that year. And it was cold outside. And yeah, so I was 21. So this is how that happened. Now, just to take you back a little bit before I get to how the peach eating happened. Now, I had met a guy some time ago. I remember his name, I won't say that, but I remember he was like really tall, and I'm only like 5'5", but this dude was like really tall. He was like toned, built, just really nice body. Was like a little lighter than me, just was really nice, and he's really nice looking, and he was a nice dude too, and he had like a really deep ass voice. Not that deep, but you get what I'm saying. But again, he was like the first person who I can remember ever asked me, did I eat peach? And I was like, no. Now, mind you, slightly feminine, bottoming and all that shit, whatever, back then, when I was in my teenage years and, the first couple of years of my 20s, I still was always attracted to ass. My thing then and still now is booty. I love a nice booty. I don't like a big old fat juicy plump one, but just a nice little size, But I've always been to, I always like to look at one. I always like to touch it and feel it. But I never used to eat the peach. Woo, Jesus. Get the kids away. Go and put them away. Just get by yourself. Put your headphones in, at least something. Just get the kids out of this for a second, okay? Of course, by this time, I had it happen to me several times, of course. But let me take you back to like a funny story. Yeah, of how I learned about peach eating. So I remember I was a teenager, and speaking about my uncle that I spoke about in the last one, he had some friends over, and just real loud and extra, and just very flamboyant, like those types. He had them over, and one of them was on the phone and was talking to somebody, and I remember him saying, yeah, da 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 da, and girl, he was trying to eat me out and this, that, and the third, and I'm like, why you want to eat me out already? You just met me, but he just kept talking about he want to eat me. I'm like, uh, I was like 16, I want to say then, maybe 17, and I'm like, although he's, but that's a dude over there. How does a dude get ate out? Like, what the fuck? I was just flabbergasted and confused, like, huh? Of course, like I said, I didn't have that kind of bond with my uncle to go to him and ask him what does that mean, or ask him much of anything. And of course, I didn't know his friends like that to ask them, but Jesus, it just really blew my head. until it happened to me. Now, if you watched a couple of my other story times, I mentioned a best friend that I had at the time. And after I heard that guy say that, a guy wanted to eat him out and I didn't understand what the hell that was, I called my best friend at the time. Like I said, the same one that I mentioned in previous story times. And I told him about what I heard. And I asked him to see if he ever knew what the hell that meant. If he knew what was going on, has he ever been eaten out? Of course he said no, so I was just, yeah, just lost all by myself. I didn't know what the hell was going on until a little while later. It happened to me for the first time. And I want to say it happened to me in the same year that I heard that guy say that. It happened to me maybe a few months later. I was like 17, I want to say, and the dude was like 21. But yeah. And, he did it to me. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand. Oh, I definitely understand what that means when a guy says eat. Got it. So fast forward a few years later, the guy, that I was mentioning before, who actually asked me, have I ever done it? I said no. And, he was, I guess, a top or whatever back then. He and I never did anything with one another. But he asked me if I did it, if I ever done it. I said no. He said, you will. He said it straight up like that. Oh, you will. Eventually you will. Just wait around. You will. I'm like, yeah, I doubt it. I don't even know if I ever like thought about it at this time. Like I said, I always been attracted to a nice butt, but I don't think I at this time before the guy even asked me that, and before the first time I actually did it, I don't even think I ever really thought about it. And then when I finally did it, it kind of just happened. Now the dude that I did that with for the first time, some dude that I had met online, and we chatted for a good while, and we met, we hung around each other for a bit, and I want to say the second time we hung out is when we had sex with one another, and or more so, I should say, this is actually a video I'm speaking about not only the first time that I ate the peach, but this is the first time that I actually really topped as well. Damn, I just thought about that. Whoa, sure was. Sure was. So, dude had came and got me from where I was staying at the time. And I remember we stopped and grabbed some food and we grabbed some drinks. But at this time, I wasn't much of a drinker then. I kind of really had just started at 21. I mean, I had drinks before, but I really didn't actually start drinking until I was actually legally able to buy it myself. And I used to drink these Smirnoff ice things. Like they had like a cranberry flavor one, and I used to drink those all the time. So, needless to say, I drank all 6 of them that night. And that was the first time that I had drank a whole 6-pack of those Smirnoff ice drinks in one in one damn night. And I was drinking them back to back to back to back to back, and I'm just like, oh, right there. Now, mind you, like I was mentioned in my last video, this was during the time that I just was, I was really starting to come out of my shell, but I still had a little bit of that, aura of that same thinking that I always saw, and I had my hair was bone straight this day, and yeah, it was just yeah. So of course, drinking all 6 of those, I'm feeling the groove, I'm feeling myself. And now, dude was my color, about my height. I want to say maybe an inch or two taller than me. Very, very muscular. Just had a very, 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 very beautiful ass body. Complexion, the skin was all smooth and soft and just beautiful. And of course, he had a nice, pretty soft, beautiful, beautiful peach on him. And even spreading the peach open, and that part was beautiful too. So of course, when I went, I knew what the game plan was, but that didn't necessarily happen. It happened, but I wasn't on the receiving end. I'm like, I don't know what that damn juice did to me. It was like, the happy juice did to me. It just gave me some mojo, and my little bitty scrawny ass and his you know, big muscle bound ass. Something just hit me in that mojo juice, and I just took over him. I just overpowered him, and he might have been letting me do it, but I just kind of just took over the moment, and yeah, I just made it happen. I think we were just like planning on giving each other like massages or something. I don't know, but somehow I ended up taking over him and just was, you know, just was working on him. And yeah, I remember I flipped him back around on his back and I lifted his legs up and surprised the shit out of me because he went for it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here we go. Woo, 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 all down in there too. I'm just like, damn, this is wow. And all I could think about, of course, was dude from a couple of years ago saying you eventually will do so. I'm just like, well, here I am doing it now. And it was like the more I was down there doing that, it was like the more the liquor kept kicking in, and I was just like, what in the heck? I shook myself. I surprised the heck out of myself. I'm like, wow, I'm actually doing this. And I always looked at that as like I always had my nose turned up. I was kind of prudish when it came to stuff like that, and here I am doing it, and I feel no shame about it. But although I was in the moment and I was very inebriated in the moment, I was also very clear and aware and just was thinking, what am I going to feel and think in the morning? Because I knew I was staying the night. What am I going to think and how am I going to feel in the morning? And no. It wasn't a quick thing. It wasn't a quick thing. It wasn't a quick, oh, he let me do it for a minute or two and he got up and that was just it. Oh, no, ma'am. No, sir. We went and he let it happen and happen and happen. And I mean, I was flipping him over in one position and flipping him over into another position, and you know, just had his legs in all type of crazy positions that a motherfucker never even did me. So I was just like, damn, this is. Of course, I was very turned on, but I'm like, this is some exciting shit. This is some very, very exciting shit. I was super duper intrigued, and I was just super just stoked and surprised that you're letting me do this to you. Wow, okay. Hmm. That was happening. That was going on. And like I said, one position to the next, and I'm just going in. Just I didn't even know I could do what I could do. Tongue just really in there, and like just watching him react and the moaning and just how he was moving and just how he kept pushing me closer and then kept running. I kept pulling him out. I was like, this is some exciting shit. Of course I wanted to do it some more. So yeah, I just kept going. So then I'm like, I'm super excited. I didn't ask no questions. I remember seeing the condoms on the dresser. I grabbed one. I put it on. And I'm like, he really about to, now he about to fight. Now he about to resist me. Now he's about to actually put up and say, Nope. He did not resist anything that I did at all that night. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Nut. N-U-T-T. Ing, okay? And, you know, shit, it happened. It went down, and I went down, I went in, and that was that. That was that. Like I said, that had never happened before. I had never I had never done that. I had never ate the peach. I had never topped at this point. I had never done it. So, of course, I'm thinking, oh, wow, I didn't go there for this. I went there to have all this done to me, and here I am the one doing it. And duh, I wanted it some more. I wanted it some more. I wanted it some more, and I wanted it some more, and I wanted it some more. And so that's when I really started to become aware of, oh, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm like, okay, I understand. So this is something I'm liking. This is something I enjoy. Why have I always been stuck in this, I'm not supposed to be doing this, this is only supposed to be done to me kind of thing? I just was like kind of mad at myself for a moment. I'm like, damn, you could have been exploring and got into some of this shit a little sooner. But hey, you know, it worked out, and I was happy about it. I was just like, wow. And yeah. And you know what's crazy is that I don't know what it was with him. Although I wanted to do so again with him. I mean, I wanted to do so again, period. But I definitely wanted to do so again with him. I never heard from him anymore after that. I never heard from him anymore after that, and I wonder why. Oh, I remember. I remember. Yes, I did. He got very, very clingy and started throwing out boyfriend and all this. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. So yeah, that's that. So the moral of the story is just be you, be yourself. You know, society has a way of making us feel like we're supposed to do one thing and not do another. We're supposed to be one way and not this other way. We are supposed to be what the world has created. The stereotypes that the world has created. That's what we're supposed to be coming up, and even our families sort of kind of embed stuff on us or whatever. And no, it's just like whatever is in you is you. Be yourself. As long as you're not out here hurting or harming nobody or yourself, you're good. It's already written. So be you and trust yourself. Trust yourself and always know that whatever it is that you're feeling, um, it's there for a reason. And you just have to know how to maneuver through all your thoughts, whether they're great, whether they're not so great. And you just have to go with who you are. Be yourself. The world will eventually adjust to who you are. And you will too. You will adjust to who you are because it's you. So be you. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Explore. Don't put yourself in the box. Don't just go with the stereotypes and all those different things that the world has created and has pushed in our minds to be. Just be yourself. And while you being yourself, remember, have some fun. Do it safely, but have you some fun. Because I've been having fun ever since.